China has just crossed a line that American export controls were supposed to keep out of reach. Meituan says it trained a 1.6-trillion-parameter artificial intelligence model from scratch using a cluster of 50,000 Chinese-made AI chips. No Nvidia H100, no Nvidia H200, and according to the company, no foreign accelerators anywhere in the training or inference process. The new model is called Longcat 2.0. It can process as many as 1 million tokens at once, is designed for advanced coding and agentic tasks, and will be released as an open model. But the most important part of this announcement is not the chatbot. It is the hardware underneath it. For years, the central question surrounding China's artificial intelligence industry has been whether it could continue training enormous models without access to Nvidia's most advanced processors. Meituan now claims the answer is yes. But does training a trillion-parameter model on 50,000 domestic chips prove that China no longer needs Nvidia? Or did Meituan simply overcome weaker hardware by using an enormous amount of it? To understand why this matters, we need to examine what Meituan actually achieved, what remains unproven, and why this could represent a major turning point for China's domestic AI chip industry. The company behind Longcat. Meituan is best known as China's enormous food delivery and local services platform. It is often compared with DoorDash, but its business extends much further. The company connects users with restaurants, hotels, transportation, entertainment, retail stores, and many other everyday services. That gives Meituan access to vast quantities of real-world commercial data. It also gives the company a reason to develop powerful artificial intelligence agents. A traditional chatbot may answer a question about where to eat. An AI agent could search restaurants, compare prices, check availability, place an order, arrange delivery, and complete payment with limited human involvement. Meituan established its Longcat team in 2023 and released its first major model only recently. That makes the company a relatively late arrival compared with Chinese AI leaders such as Alibaba, ByteDance, Baidu, and DeepSeek. But Longcat 2.0 immediately places Meituan inside a much more serious category. The model reportedly contains 1.6 trillion total parameters. Parameters are the internal values a model learns during training. A larger number does not automatically mean a better model, but it can indicate greater capacity. Longcat uses a mixture of experts architecture, meaning the entire model does not activate for every request. Instead, the system selects only part of the network for each token. This allows the model to have an enormous total parameter count without requiring every parameter to be used simultaneously. Why training matters more than inference. Chinese companies have already demonstrated that domestic chips can run AI models. That is called inference. Inference happens after a model has already been trained. A user enters a question, and the finished model calculates an answer. Training is much harder. During pre-training, a model processes enormous data sets and continuously adjusts billions or trillions of internal values. That requires huge amounts of computing power, memory bandwidth, networking capacity, electricity, cooling, and software coordination. Thousands of accelerators must work together for long periods without major failures. If communication between chips slows down, training efficiency falls. If one part of the cluster fails, the software must recover without destroying weeks of progress. Before we continue, here's a quick offer from today's sponsor, KeysFan. If you're looking for affordable Windows or Microsoft Office software, be sure to check out KeysFan using the link in the description below. They're currently running a special promotion. Use the coupon code EAST52 to get 52% off Windows products, or EAST62 to get 62% off Microsoft Office and bundles. Right now, Office 2021 Pro is available for just $36, and they also offer Office for Mac users. Getting started is simple. Just click the link in the description, choose the Windows or Office product you need, add it to your cart, apply the coupon code EAST52 or EAST62, and you'll instantly see your discounted price before completing your purchase. If you'd like to take advantage of these deals, you'll find my link and both coupon codes in the description below. Now, let's get back to today's video. If different chips produce inconsistent numerical results, the entire training run can become unstable. This is why Nvidia became so important. Its processors were not only powerful individually, Nvidia also supplied high-speed networking, mature software, optimized libraries, and tools for coordinating very large clusters. The entire system was designed to make thousands of GPUs behave like one enormous computer. Meituan is claiming that it completed this difficult process using 50,000 domestic Chinese accelerators. That is much more strategically important than simply running a finished model on Chinese hardware. The 50,000 chip cluster. Meituan has not publicly named the chip manufacturer behind the cluster. That is an important limitation. Huawei is China's largest domestic AI accelerator supplier, while companies such as Inflame, Cambricon, MetaX, Biren, and Alibaba's T-Head are also developing alternatives. But without official confirmation, it would be inaccurate to say that Huawei supplied all 50,000 chips. What we do know is that Meituan says both the training and operation of Longcat 2.0 were completed using Chinese-made processors. Building a cluster of 50,000 accelerators is an engineering achievement even when the individual chips are not the fastest in the world. At this scale, the challenge shifts from chip performance to system coordination. The data center needs enough electrical capacity to power the accelerators. Cooling systems must remove the enormous amount of heat they generate. High-speed networks must move model data between thousands of machines. Storage systems must continuously feed training information into the cluster. And specialized software must distribute work across the hardware while detecting and recovering from failures. China may still trail Nvidia in performance per chip, but it can compensate by connecting more chips together, improving software efficiency, and designing models specifically around domestic hardware. That approach may consume more electricity and require more equipment. But if the system completes the task, it still provides strategically useful computing capacity. Why 1 million tokens matters. Longcat 2.0 reportedly supports a context window of 1 million tokens. A context window is the amount of information a model can consider during a single interaction. A larger window allows the model to process long technical documents, books, databases, or extensive software projects without dividing everything into small sections. That is especially useful for coding. A basic coding assistant may understand one file. A model with a very large context window may examine a much larger portion of a software repository, trace dependencies, identify bugs across different components, and propose coordinated changes. Meituan describes Longcat 2.0 as an agentic coding model. That means it is designed not only to generate code, but also to plan actions, use tools, inspect results, correct errors, and continue working through a larger task. The company says the model can also build websites, handle long documents, and produce extended written content, but these capabilities need independent testing. Meituan has claimed strong performance on selected coding and agent benchmarks, including results comparable with or better than some major Western models. However, company-selected benchmarks do not prove that Longcat 2.0 is better overall. Different tests measure different capabilities. A model may perform well on coding but poorly on factual accuracy. It may handle long documents but struggle with reasoning. And a benchmark result can depend heavily on prompts, software settings, and evaluation methods. The hardware achievement is currently more important than the performance claims. Why Nvidia still matters. This announcement does not mean Nvidia has become irrelevant. Nvidia remains the global leader in advanced AI accelerators. Its newest hardware offers enormous computing performance, high memory bandwidth, fast interconnects, and strong energy efficiency. More importantly, Nvidia controls CUDA. CUDA is the software platform that developers use to program Nvidia GPUs. Over many years, it has accumulated optimized libraries, tools, documentation, applications, and developer experience. A company using Nvidia hardware can often deploy an existing workload quickly because the software ecosystem already supports it. Moving to another accelerator can require extensive engineering. Code may need to be rewritten. Operations may not be supported. Performance must be tuned. Numerical differences can cause unexpected problems. Meituan's accomplishment, therefore, does not prove that 50,000 Chinese chips are faster, cheaper, or more efficient than an equivalent Nvidia cluster. The company has not disclosed enough information about power consumption, training duration, total cost, failure rates, or chip-level performance. It may have required far more accelerators to complete the same workload Nvidia could handle with fewer processors. But that does not eliminate the strategic importance. China's primary objective is not necessarily to beat Nvidia on every benchmark immediately. It is to ensure that Chinese companies can continue building large AI systems even when Nvidia's best products are unavailable. Export controls and the domestic push. The United States began restricting China's access to advanced AI processors in 2022. The rules were designed to limit China's ability to obtain computing hardware that could support advanced military systems, surveillance, cyber operations, and frontier artificial intelligence. Nvidia responded by designing modified products that complied with export limits. But as the rules changed, some of those products also became restricted. This created uncertainty for Chinese customers. A cloud provider cannot confidently build a multi-year data center strategy around hardware that could disappear after the next regulatory decision. That uncertainty gave Chinese companies a powerful incentive to develop alternatives. Domestic accelerators initially faced serious disadvantages. They were often slower. They consumed more electricity. Software compatibility was weaker. Production capacity was limited. But export restrictions also created guaranteed demand. Chinese companies that might have preferred Nvidia were pushed toward domestic chips. Every deployment generated revenue for Chinese suppliers. Every large customer provided testing data. Every software problem forced engineers to improve compatibility, and every successful training run made the domestic ecosystem more credible. Longcat 2.0 may be one of the clearest examples of that process. What China has actually proven. China has not proven that its domestic AI chips are equal to Nvidia's best hardware. It has not proven that the cluster was cost-effective, and it has not proven that Longcat 2.0 is one of the world's best models. But Meituan appears to have demonstrated something more specific. A Chinese company can assemble a very large domestic computing cluster and use it to complete the full training process for a trillion-parameter model. That reduces the risk that export controls could completely stop China's largest AI projects. The distinction is important. A country does not need the world's best chip to continue developing artificial intelligence. It needs enough usable computing power, reliable software, sufficient manufacturing capacity, and engineers capable of connecting the system together. China is trying to improve all four simultaneously. The software feedback loop. The more domestic chips Chinese companies deploy, the stronger their software ecosystem becomes. Engineers optimize models for the available hardware. Cloud providers build tools around domestic accelerators. Universities train students on local software platforms. Developers discover bottlenecks and create solutions. That creates a feedback loop. More hardware attracts more developers. More developers produce better software. Better software improves performance. Improved performance attracts more customers. This is similar to the cycle that helped Nvidia establish CUDA as the global standard. China is attempting to create its own version under very different conditions. Instead of one unified ecosystem, China currently has several competing hardware platforms. Huawei has Ascend. Alibaba has T-Head. Baidu has Kunlunxin. Other companies are developing their own accelerator architectures and software tools. This fragmentation can slow progress because developers may need to support multiple incompatible platforms. But large projects such as Longcat 2.0 can help the industry identify which systems are capable of operating at real scale. The economic question. Using 50,000 domestic chips may prove technical independence, but commercial success depends on economics. How much did the cluster cost? How much electricity did it consume? How long did training take? How many chip failures occurred? Could the same model have been trained more cheaply on Nvidia hardware? Meituan has not disclosed those details. This matters because AI companies ultimately compete on cost as well as capability. An inefficient cluster may be acceptable for a strategic demonstration. It may be less attractive for daily commercial use. However, scale can improve economics over time. More demand can support larger production runs. Larger production can lower chip costs. Experience can improve manufacturing yields. Software optimization can reduce the number of processors needed for the same task. The first domestic cluster does not need to be perfect. It needs to work well enough to justify building the next one. My take is that Longcat 2.0 is not an Nvidia killer story. It is a resilience story. China has shown that restrictions on advanced American hardware do not automatically prevent it from training extremely large AI models. The cost may be higher. The chips may be slower. The cluster may use more power. And Nvidia may still deliver far better performance per accelerator. But China now has a path that does not depend entirely on Washington's permission. That changes the strategic calculation. Export controls can still slow China down. They can increase costs, limit access to leading manufacturing technology, and make frontier-scale development more difficult. But they may not be able to stop it. Instead, the restrictions are encouraging Chinese companies to build hardware, software, networking, and data center systems that can operate together without Nvidia. Longcat 2.0 is evidence that this alternative ecosystem is becoming capable of handling much larger workloads. The biggest unanswered question is whether the achievement can be repeated efficiently. One successful training run proves technical possibility. A sustainable industry requires thousands of reliable deployments, competitive operating costs, mature software, and continuous improvements in chip production. China has not completed that journey, but it may have just passed one of the most important milestones. So what do you think? Did American export controls successfully slow China's AI industry? Or did they accelerate the development of a domestic computing ecosystem that will eventually compete with Nvidia? Let me know your view in the comments. And subscribe to Eastern Engine for more grounded coverage of the chips, factories, and engineering decisions reshaping the global economy. Because Nvidia may still build the world's most powerful AI hardware, but China has now shown that it can train one of its largest models without it.